Watchlisters, welcome to another exciting episode of the Watchlist on Dbanj TV with your favorite girl, Ramat. Today we are having movie talk with the producer and director of Symphony, Mr. Oraka Nvy. And with me also is the lead actor in the film, Caleb Iyoha, aka Kross. But before we get right into it, here's a snippet of the movie.
I want to see what you can do on the spot. Impress me, and we'll talk.
Are you ready?
SLA. I don't introduce myself, I let the rap define me. I'm the best, whoever did it, swear, no they whine me. I'm the one beneath the scene screaming out.
This boy got that mind. See confidence.
Jealous niggas mad I hit the spot, so they trying to get me.
In case you haven't seen the film, Symphony is a musical blockbuster that was released in cinemas across Africa on the 9th of September 2022. And it introduces us to casts like Dbanj, Appiah, and a host of Pan-African actors and actresses. Don't take my word for it. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Hey guys, it's good to have you on the show.
It's great to be here. It's great to be here.
Alright, so let's get started. Starting with you, Mr. Oraka.
Yep.
Tell us, what inspired you to make the movie Symphony?
Well, so that question. A lot of things inspired this. My journey into the entertainment industry inspired this. I run Solcata Entertainment, which is an entertainment company focused on the youth. And this is our 12th year in operation. And most subtly, there's always a message in everything we do, which is youth empowerment. There's always something we strive to. We try to empower one or two people in everything we do, primarily in our events and all of that. And then taking a leap into movies, we decided to also do something that a lot of youth are going to learn from, that are going to inspire them, and also going to create a lot of superstars. So these are part of the things that inspired Symphony.
Interesting. So my next question is, Symphony made a buzz even before its release, and I'm definitely sure it's a heavy budgeted film. And given the fact that it's your first movie, how did that happen? How were you able to pull that off?
Well, it is years of preparedness. Like I often say, one of my favorite quotes is, opportunity favors the prepared. Right? So Symphony is a work of art that has taken 4 years of my life.
Really? Wow.
Yes. First off, I went to a film school in 2019, and after that, that's when I realized that, I can pull this off, and I started working on it at the time. I remember having the scripts ready in 2020, and then we went into production in 2021. Yes, and from 2021 till the release date, we've been in post-production stage. So it was a lot of time and resources invested into it.
Awesome. That brings me to my next question.
Okay.
How long did it take you to make the movie? And given the fact that there are talents in the movie, and when I mean talent, I mean great talents, how were you able to put together those talents, the actors, especially across Africa, from Kenya, from Ghana, how were you able to put them in one space? Like we have the likes of Dbanj, Appiah, and also our lead actor here. Like how were you able to do that?
Okay, first off, the first question, how long? Like I said, it's 4 years, since 2019 till now. And managing all of these actors wasn't just, I can take all of the credit. My company went in partnership with Everrise Entertainment for this. Yes, and they were the one that had the concept of it going global, Africa-wise. I just wanted to do something at least to my best of capability at the time for Nigeria, but they were like, yo, this is something that is going to be relevant across Africa. So let's get some African stars involved with it. There were a lot of other people that were supposed to be in it, but because of time of production, clashing with their schedules, they couldn't make it. They brought in Appiah from Ghana, Tanasha Donna from Kenya, and of course Dbanj from Nigeria. And it wasn't easy working with all of these people. I almost chickened out a lot of times because yes, this was my first, and I was scared a lot of times that, can I do this? this guy is not going to see through me that this guy is
the
new?
first time,
Yeah,
yes.
you know, are they going to criticize me? Are they going to not take it serious because of me? But again, like I said, I had enough time to prepare, and I realized from going to film school that directing is just like being a manager. And that is something that I know how to do. That's something that I've done for years. So, I mean, it was basically managing all of those talents and bringing out the best in all.
Awesome, awesome. And talking about talent, Mr. Kross. Let's get to meet you.
Hi, I'm Caleb Yoha, Kross. I'm an actor and also a rap artist.
Great. Okay, so that takes me to my next question. How easy was it for you to fit into the role? And being the fact that this is your first, though you're a rapper, you're a musician, you're an artist, right? And being the fact that this is your first acting role, how were you able to fit in the role? How were you able to, pull it off?
First of all, this was not my first acting role.
Okay.
This was just the first time I was playing the lead character in a major movie.
Oh,
I've done
great.
a couple of acting before, yeah.
Okay, can you mention like a few, one or two?
I did African Magic Forbidden, I did Brethren, I did Tinsel.
Oh, Tinsel.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did Unintentional. I did a couple of feature movie films too.
Oh, wow.
But this is like my favorite because it puts me where I've always wanted to be in the acting scene, playing this kind of character, especially as the character of an artist too, just like my real life self.
Oh, wow, nice. So my next question is, what was it like acting in the same space with the likes of Dbanj? If I were, it's clear that it's a match made in heaven. And at some point, you might have dreamt of being like, okay, I really wish to be in the same space with these guys, get to meet them. So what was the feeling like?
It was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure, first of all, like my heart was racing throughout the whole time.
Okay.
But somehow, I saw it also as a huge opportunity. So that part of it being a huge opportunity made it fun for me. So it was like I was just looking forward to every moment with them. I didn't mind making mistakes around them because I felt like, okay, these people have been doing it longer than I've been. So any mistake I make right now is something that they've already made before. So it was easy. It was I was being myself, basically, and it was cool.
Cool. Okay, so tell us, what was the easiest thing for you and the most tasking thing?
The easiest. Well,
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I know what he's going to say, but go ahead.
Please.
Well, the easiest scene in that movie, and I would say was my favorite scene also, was the one where well, that was the scene where I got to impress Dbanj, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got to do like a full-length freestyle, and that was just awesome. In front of Dbanj. Uninterrupted. In front of Dbanj himself, someone that I've been a fan of since I was in like primary school.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's been a while now. Dbanj is an OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like my favorite scene.
What was the most tasking?
The most tasking scene, I wouldn't call it tasking.
Okay.
Because if I should call it tasking, all the scenes were tasking actually. Like bringing the character to life was tasking.
Okay.
But one of the scenes that really meant a lot to me, and I had to like really bring out a lot of emotion and character, was the scene where I got the information where my grandmom passed. Yeah, that scene meant a lot to me because I lost my dad.
That was the best part for me too.
Oh really?
Yes.
I could relate to that scene a lot because I also lost my dad some years back, and I know how it felt. So, the character growing up with his grandmom and then he lost her, it just felt like I was bringing back all the emotions. So it was really real for me at that time.
Okay. All right, thank you. That was really nice. Back to our producer, the director. Okay, so this question is for you. Did you play the casting director, or you had someone do that for you?
Okay, no, I didn't directly play the casting director. I had my producers and supervising producers play that role. But what I did was to suggest, because I had a picture in the head of the caliber of people I wanted. First off was the fact that I'm doing a musical and I didn't want just actors that didn't have anything to do with music to play, yeah? So I needed actors that had musical backgrounds. So that already naturally filtered a lot of actors out, and we're playing within a limited circle. So I knew, for instance, Appiah had a musical background. I mean, I've known Appiah from donkey years, and I knew him as an artist.
Okay.
I also know the likes of Scarlett Gomez. Also had a musical background. So those were the caliber of people, because I wanted them to make the music themselves. You know, I also wanted a situation where it showcases that aspect of them, because I'm sure every one of them has that talent and they still want to make use of it, but the acting part is outshining it. And then, of course, I wanted our lead actor to be a young, fresh face. So that was the only role that we had an open audition for. And we made it obvious that we wanted an actor that had an actor that was a rapper. Because I wanted a situation where the movie highlights that person, you fall in love with the character, and then you go and follow his music. It just doesn't end with the movie, you go follow his music. And yeah, so we had an open audition where we said, oh, can you act? Are you an actor or a rapper? Then send in this, do that, do that. And it was a great one.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
So my next question is, Dbanj was also a brilliant headliner in the film.
Okay.
My question is, why Dbanj? We have the likes of Banky, Fowles, who's also an actor. But why Dbanj? And I'm very sure, I'm certain that at some point in your life you dreamt of it too. You wanted to act, you wanted to feature him in a movie, at least, or probably work with him. But so why? Why Dbanj?
Well, I don't know about the dreamt of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know about that. But I know that we had a serious discussion about that particular role, right? The character was Dbanj, right? That's the name of the character. And one thing I wanted with this movie is I wanted 100% relativity. I want people to be able to relate with it. So it wasn't about popularity. It wasn't about star power. It's about seeing a character and understanding their role because of what you already know or see. Do you understand? So I don't want you to see a popular actress, you know, and she's playing an old person, an elderly lady, but because she's popular, she's playing a campus girl. If you just walk into someone watching that movie, you will not see a campus girl. You see a big celebrity. Do you understand? So I didn't want that. That's why when I'm playing a young person, we're using a young person. We're playing an OG, we're using an OG. So we needed a character that when you say, okay, this is a record label executive, a big one in the movie, you can relate with it because of the person, first of all, and then the character they're playing in the movie. So there weren't a lot of options when we wanted to do that. And then, of course, there was the unique factor of, yo, this is Dbanj we're talking about.
Wow, hello.
And then, and yes, he's making his acting debut. So yes, it's going down the history that I was the first person to put him in the movie.
Really?
Yes, and of course, he was also excited to do this. I remember meeting with him to discuss it, and the idea literally just stuck. He was super excited about the story. And of course, you know, I'm not the only person that have approached him for a movie. Yes, I'm not done. Definitely, it's not like I have all the money in the world, right? So it tells you that there is something unique about the projects that everybody wants to be a part of. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, our next question is, I noticed you featured legends in the movie industry, like Larry Azan, popularly known as Yawero, and Bolaji Amuson, known as Mr. Latin. How did that happen? Also, we really want to know, how were you able to bring that into the movie, into the film?
Yeah, so I mean, everything was basically about the characters that were already created. The story, we spent years beating up the story. We had, as a matter of fact, I'll say the script we shot was the 8th draft.
Whoa!
Yes, of the script, yes. So we had the first draft, we criticized it, got the second one, criticized it, got the third, invited externals to criticize it, got the fourth, invited externals, got the fifth, invited professionals, got the sixth, invited novices, got the 7. So because we wanted something that at the end of the day, you know, everybody can. It's not just something that professionals will watch and say, yes, they did a brilliant film, and then people that don't know much about the movie industry will just be like, what kind of movie is this? So we wanted something that could relate with everybody. So we bit that script to what it was properly, and then it was now about who is going to kill those roles, who are the people that, you know, when you see them playing those roles, you can relate with it. And that is where, when you have a grandma, you don't want to just use a fancy person, you want a grandma figure, you understand? And that's how we went into Yoruba Nollywood, you understand? So it was really about you watching the movie and connecting with it, not about which character do I have access to. So we chased people. It wasn't about who is within my network. It wasn't about who do I know, or who can I reach, or who is going to do it for me. It was about what is best for the project.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What was the easiest part of the film for you to film? Like, what was the easiest part for you to film? And which was the most tasking part for you to film?
I don't know if I'll say there was ever an easy part for me. Because I doubled as director and executive producer. So even where I wasn't directing, I was worried about the money.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
so
money
yeah, I was worried about the money. So there was really not any easy part. Plus, this is not your regular type movie. This is probably a movie that you can't compare with any other movie that has been out there. So our challenges were unique to us. It wasn't, I didn't have anybody's experience that I could rely on to say, oh, when they did something like this was what they faced and all that. So it was brand new experiences and difficult, tough experiences. I've heard a lot of people say, give me kudos, because this is an aspect of movie making that a lot of people avoid because of how difficult it is. I mean, we're talking about going on set June 2021, but before going on set, we started making the music.
Okay.
Yeah, so we already got the actors, we already got producers, made songs, got the actors to write and record in the studio before even going on set. You understand? So the processes were, yeah, it was a lot. I really do not remember any easy parts, to be sincere, because I was on my feet right from the beginning till this very moment. I am still on my feet, even though I'm sitting right now.
So how did you know the lead script belonged to Kross?
Well, I didn't know anything. I've been to a lot of places and people ask, oh, what's the relationship with you, both of you?
Yeah.
How is it? Not, it was, again, the intention from the beginning was to create a superstar, right? Was to give the platform to a young budding talent, right? And amongst hand-picking or hand-selecting or shortlisting the other roles, this particular lead role, we said we wanted a young person. We wanted a fresh face. We wanted someone that wasn't so, you know, out there to enjoy this. Most importantly, we wanted someone with a musical background, because they were going to play the role of an artist in the movie, and we wanted a situation where after the movie, you can also follow their musical journey. So like I said, we had an open audition for it. We put out an audition that said, if you're an actor and also a rapper, you know, do this and send it in. And we had over 500 entries.
Wow, 500?
Yes, we had over 500 entries, and we had to start shortlisting all of them. They were made to, you know, rehearse a monologue and also do a short freestyle, so that we can weigh their acting and their musical skills. Yes, and in all of them, it was a tough call, you know, but he stood out. He stood out, and there were a lot of stories behind the scene that made me understand why he stood out at the time. Maybe he can, you know.
Like to also, would you like to tell us what the behind the scenes story was about?
Basically, you know, I never really took it too seriously.
Okay.
You know, there are some things in life that when you take them too seriously, we kind of miss the details. Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah, you have to really understand to get what I just said. So this one, I saw it as, okay, this is a convenient, okay, this is a situation where, a Nigerian movie is trying to portray the music industry again. I've seen some stuff like that were badly done. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, just another one of those things again. But this time, I was at a point where I was trying different things and I was trying to do different things. And I was like, okay, I don't want this one to go by without me trying anything at all. So I just did it conveniently. And then funny enough, the freestyle that I dropped was just a couple of 8 bars that I already had in my head a long time ago, talking about a girl.
Okay.
Yes, in a kind of situation, a bad situation. And the lines were talking about losing a sister. So it just came together perfectly. After I gave the lines, like I acted the lines, the lyrics just poured out and it was just like everything flowed.
Wow.
So it just happened and that was it.
Yeah, so to double, that's what I meant by, it just felt right because it wasn't forced.
Okay.
You understand? I could then relate when he told me, oh, he wasn't taking it so serious because those that took it too seriously, it was so obvious.
Yeah.
It was an emotional role. You just lost someone, you're trying to bounce back, so you're telling everybody, oh, this kept me down, but I'm coming out of it. So no matter how much you're saying you're coming out of it, you are still down.
Yeah.
But you're trying to come out of it. So you see people being so energetic about it, but he was just like, he was unbothered, really, and he gave us what we wanted. And then the rap aspect actually caught me, and I'm like, yes, I think I think we found what we're looking for. Yeah.
Okay. This is the last question for you.
Sure.
What are you looking forward to bringing to the Nollywood and international film space on your next project?
On this project, I mean, we just enjoying the first run of the project. It's just getting started. As you know, even the album is yet to be released.
Okay.
Yes, there's a lot of that is still going on right now. And for me, it is, like I said, I'm not primarily a filmmaker. I'm not primarily a filmmaker. It's one of the aspects of entertainment that we as a brand are tapping into right now. And one of the things we're trying to do is to not just sit and complain, but do something. Yeah, there's a lot of us that complain about Nigerian movies, especially the youth. We'll say, oh, yeah, well, these movies are this, they are too cliche, they are this. So we can sit down and say that all day long, or we can do something about it. So I'm proud that I can say that, yes, I have done something about it. At least I've shown people that it can be done. It's just amazing when I tell people it's my first and they're looking at me like, you liar. You liar. But
hard to believe.
Yeah. So it's a lot of work. It was a lot of experiences, life taught experiences that I brought into this project. So it was. So back to your question is the fact that we're trying to let people know that it can be done. That's the first major thing. It can be done. You don't have to have zillions of years of experience before doing it. You understand? All you need to know is know what you're doing, rely on your strengths, and collaborate a lot. I didn't do this alone. I did this with an army of people. I did this riding on the back of a lot of people that had experience. You understand? Like my partner always says, you don't have to learn from your experience. You can learn from people's experience. You understand? And another thing I did was I tried not to go deep into the industry before doing this so that I don't adopt the fears of many. That's something else people do not realize. If you have a mentor, for instance, if your mentor tells you, oh, I went there and I failed, you adopt that fear and you'll never go that way. You understand? But when you go fresh, you can take on a challenge and it will just work out for you. Maybe there were reasons why it didn't work out for your mentor, but it can work out for you. So like I heard, there are a lot of people that have tried and attempted to do a musical and have failed. You understand? But I went into the space and yes, and I conquered. So yes, thank you.
Okay, my last question for you is, do you see yourself acting in Hollywood movies, and what kind of genre do you see yourself acting?
Of course, I see myself acting in Hollywood. I mean, that's like the biggest dream for Hollywood. Is like that's every artist or creative's dream of arriving. But when it comes to genres, when it comes to Hollywood, there's so many type of movies I like to act.
Please don't tell me horror is one of them.
Not exactly horror, but I would like to do action. I love action movies. I've always loved action movies. I would like to be an action star, you know, a couple of movies. Definitely music too.
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah, music. I love to be the mysterious bad guy, the mysterious villain.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are like my favorite genres in movies, basically. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. It's a wrap, guys. In case you haven't seen the movie Symphony, I don't know what you've been watching. Go and watch the movie. It's currently showing in all cinemas across Africa. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. It's your girl Ramat signing out. Ciao.